Welcome to the webinar on Blain products. The webinar is intended for interested persons who would like to know more about Blain products. The webinar covers the complete product spectrum, highlighting important product features and functions, giving details about its application and configurations. Information on how to select the right product and available options and accessories would provide users an in-depth know-how about the products. Blain was established in 1971 in Heilbronn, which is a small industrial town located near Stuttgart in Germany. Since inception, Blain has specialized in the design and manufacture of elevator flow control valves, safety valves and accessories for the hydraulic elevator industry. With more than 1 million valves in operation in over 75 countries, Blain is the largest elevator valve manufacturer in the world. Through its offices in Germany, USA, India and Turkey, Blain caters to the hydraulic elevator industry in Europe, North America, the Indian subcontinent and Middle East. High quality and reliability of Blain products, supported by multilingual customer support through different time zones, has made Blain the most reliable and trusted brand in the hydraulic elevator industry. The Blain product spectrum is one of the biggest and offers wide-ranging products and accessories that OEMs need to build high-quality power units. Almost 80% of the components needed to build the power units are available from Blain. The product range is broadly divided into 4 categories, namely elevator control valves, safety valves, auxiliary drives and accessories. Blain being the only company offering valves in all the 3 different control valve segments, that is mechanical control valves, servo-electronic valve and VVVF-driven control valves. Within the mechanical valve segment there is a choice of single-speed and 2-speed valves that covers the complete range, from limited use, limited application or commonly termed as Lula to home and commercial lifts. Control valves designed for every application and requirements are available. For demanding and niche applications, customers have a choice of using the smart valves. Blain's servo-electronic valve and VVVF valves are smart valves that can be deployed using a smartphone or tablet. Technicians can configure the product and adjust the valve using their smart devices, thereby avoiding the need to be in the machine room where line of sight to the elevator is often not available. Blain products are forward compatible. That said, a mechanical valve like EV100 can be upgraded to a VVVF valve system by simply changing some organs inside the valve body, thus making it an ideal choice for modernization projects. Details on the different valve capabilities and features are further explained in this webinar. Hydraulic elevators are the safest means of vertical transportation. The safety valves like pipe rupture valve, R10 or the UCMA3 valve, the L10, have been in the offering since decades. Blain customers have a wide choice of different connectors and thread fittings to integrate the safety valves into their system. All Blain products are compliant to the latest EN81 norms and certified by notified and accredited certifying bodies in Europe and North America. Blain also offers other power unit components like the submersible screw pump and motor. The low noise, pulsation-free design characteristics of these products provide optimum performance to OEMs at very affordable price. The Blain flow control valve is the core of all products. The product segment covers the mechanical, servo and VVVF-driven valves, covering a very wide flow and pressure range. Within the mechanical valve segment, there is a choice of single and 2-speed valves. The EV and KV series offers 4 variants with varying comfort and features. The servo-electronic valve, SEV07 and VVVF valve products, namely EV4 and EV40, are smart valves in their respective categories. The servo-electronic valve is a closed-loop proportional solenoid valve which is controlled by an electronic card. It's an ideal solution for applications where consistent travel comfort is needed independent of change in load and temperature. The VVVF system works with the Yaskawa inverter and is an open-loop system. The inverter and the valve are not connected with each other, leaving the customer with a high flexibility on the deployment side. A temperature and pressure sensor in the valve relays, real-time information to the inverter which can take corrective action guaranteeing highest comfort and energy saving. EV4 and EV40 are ideal for modernization projects wherein an existing Blain valve can be upgraded to a smart modern VVVF system offering up to 60% energy savings and ultimate ride comfort irrespective of change in load and temperature. The safety valve matrix is somewhat similar to the control valve. The pipe rupture valve R10 is available from 0.5 inches through 3 inches sizes with a large range of different connectors and mounting options. Sometimes referred to as a parachute valve, the R10 can be compared to an airbag of a car. In the event of failure in the main cylinder line or where the downspeed exceeds allowable limits, the R10 valve closes, bringing the car to a smooth stop. The UCM A3 safety valve is a solenoid-operated check valve designed for hydraulic elevators and includes a self-closing manual lowering valve. Its purpose is to allow free flow of oil from the pump unit to the cylinder for upward travel and to prevent flow in the reverse direction from the cylinder to pump until an electrical signal is given to the solenoid. The L10 can be mounted in any position without causing any operational problems. Like the R10, the L10 is also available in different sizes to suit the flow range of the elevator. Blain introduced the integrated version of the UCM A3 safety valve so as to ease the integration of the product without any extra adapters and fittings. This makes any existing installation very easy to modernize. The integrated option of the safety valve makes the complete unit very compact and reduces pressure losses and heat generation. It also saves the cost of fittings and labor which is otherwise needed to resize or change the existing piping on the site to accommodate the UCM A3 safety valve during modernization. To round up the product segment, Blain offers a wide range of product accessories that tightly integrate with the main product. For example, the hand pump and the ball valve can be directly mounted on the main body of the valve without the need of any adapters. Likewise, the MRLH rescue unit can be used for rescuing trapped passengers when access to the machine room is not possible. Other options like tank heater can be tugged away inside the tank by means of onboard magnets and works seamlessly keeping the oil temperature between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Extra downspeed or overspeed valves like the HX mix can be very useful in testing the pipe rupture valve by simulating a free fall or even be used in combination with the main valve to have an intermediate downspeed for test runs and inspection of the elevator. For use with equipment and protective systems, intended for use in potentially explosive atmospheres, the explosion-proof valve mix comes in handy. This can be used in combination with any Blain solenoid valve where requirements mandate the use of ATEX-certified explosion-proof valves. Auxiliary drives or standalone units are very useful in fine leveling the elevator or even re-leveling in the event of sinking during loading and unloading of the cabin. The micro drive unit comes as a package made up of the motor, gear pump and the control valve. Blain also has a standalone version of the valve commonly used for good lift or car parking platforms. The EV series of Blain control valves cover a flow range from 10 to 1500 liters and are available in 4 different sizes. The 1.5 inches and 2 inches valves share the same body but only differ in inlet and outlet ports. For flow range between 400 to 800 liter per minute, the 2-inch valve is recommended. Options like integrated ball valve in the bigger EV valves can be selected while ordering. All Blain valves are surface treated and hardened to withstand wear and tear and guarantee long life. A lot of spare parts within the different Blain valves are interchangeable, making it easy for technicians to swap and service the products on site if need be. The front-facing adjustments, lightweight aesthetic and compact design and working life of over 25 years makes Blain valves the ideal choice for hydraulic elevators. The EV series valves have 4 variants, namely EV0, EV1, EV10 and EV100, which can be used in all kinds of elevator applications depending upon the ride characteristics required by the customer. Within the individual variant, different sizes from 3/4 inch to 2.5 inches are available. The KV series valves are mainly designed for small lifts with single-speed application. It also has 4 variants, namely KV1P, KV1S, KV2P and KV2S, which are used in goods lift and small home, villa lifts. Even though the KV valves are very small and compact, yet the design conforms to the EN regulations. The most important unique feature of all Blain flow control valves is that they are all designed exclusively for hydraulic elevator applications, unlike competing products which have modular blocks screwed into each other with basic design very much borrowed from industrial hydraulics domain. The top-to-bottom Blain design results in low pressure losses and tighter integration of necessary options without the need to screw in separate blocks. Here we can see the difference in comfort level provided by the different variants of the EV series valves. These travel graphs show features such as acceleration and deceleration in both directions, number of speeds available, adjustable damping, full speed and leveling speed with the corresponding adjustment number on the valve. It is clear from the illustration that within the EV series the ride performance and comfort increases from EV0 to EV100. As each variant is available in 4 sizes, customers can select the appropriate size depending on the flow of the pump. It should be noted that the housing of all EV valves is the same, with the difference in internal parts differentiating between the variants. Here we can see the difference in comfort level provided by the different variants of the EV series valves. These travel graphs show features such as acceleration and deceleration in both directions, number of speeds available, adjustable damping, full speed and leveling speed with the corresponding adjustment number on the valve. It is clear from the illustration that within the EV series the ride performance and comfort increases from EV0 to EV100. As each variant is available in 4 sizes, customers can select the appropriate size depending on the flow of the pump. It should be noted that the housing of all EV valves is the same, with the difference in internal parts differentiating between the variants. One of the main highlights of Blain flow control valves is that the design is highly adaptive to different flow and pressure. It is very important to understand that every hydraulic elevator is unique, and thus to guarantee optimal travel comfort in every condition the control valve design should be in a position to adapt to the change in operating conditions. Additionally, customers who stock Blain products should be in a position to take a valve from their shelf and deploy it for any application they desire, without the need of ordering a new valve, which can take time depending on the location of the customer. The universal but flexible design of the valves allows anyone to customize the valve within 5 minutes to suit the elevator application in real time. Depending upon the minimum working pressure of the system and the effective pump flow, the flow guides are selected using the flow guide selection chart. The x-axis denotes the pump flow in liters per minute and the y-axis denotes the minimum pressure of the system. The point where the 2 lines intersect on the graph will show the flow guide to be selected. Flow guides are critical components present inside the valve which influence the ride comfort of the elevator. There are 2 flow guides present in the EV valves, one for up and other for down direction of travel. The difference in the sizes of the slits results in change of ride quality with respect to flow and pressure. Customers can also use the online flow guide calculator tool to quickly find the compatible flow guide for their applications, or alternatively use the smartphone app available on Google Play Store. This allows, for example, a valve with flow guide 3 on stock to be quickly converted for an application requiring higher flow and pressure. Changing the up and down flow guides only requires opening 4 screws and swapping the spools. Thus, no matter which valve you have on stock, you can quickly customize it yourself to suit your needs. The illustration shows the up and down flow guide combination giving the correct compatibility. For example, for a valve to have a up flow guide U3, the compatible down flow guide is X34. Similarly, for a valve to have a up flow guide U4, the compatible down flow guide is X34. The table highlights the permissible speed at which the elevator can travel in the up and down direction using the KV series valves. It gives a comparison or shows the difference between the different variants. In combination with the travel characteristics and key indicators, customers can easily select the right variant suitable for their needs. Here we can see the difference in comfort level provided by the different variants of the KV series valves. Comparing diagrams show features such as acceleration and deceleration in both directions, number of speeds available, adjustable damping, full speed and leveling speed with the corresponding adjustment number on the valve. It is clear from the illustration that within the KV series the ride performance and comfort increases from KV1P to KV2S. The KV series of valves have a similar flow guide selection chart like previously seen in the EV series. The x-axis denotes the pump flow in liters per minute and the y-axis denotes the minimum pressure of the system. The point where the two lines intersect on the graph will show the flow guide to be selected. The illustration shows the up and down flow guide combination giving the correct compatibility for the KV series of valves. It should be noted that the flow guide combination slightly varies between the KV1 and KV2 series of valves. The reason being the KV2 series offer 2 down speeds as compared to KV1 series. For example, for a KV1 valve to have a up flow guide U10, the compatible down flow guide is Y10. Similarly, for a KV2 valve to have a up flow guide U20, the compatible down flow guides would be X20 and Y10. The Blain SEV valve is a servo-electronic valve which has a closed-loop feedback system and uses an electronic card and proportional solenoids to provide consistent acceleration and deceleration in the up and down travel of the elevator. The closed-loop feedback and correction system works by getting constant feed from the valve flow meter, temperature and pressure sensor. The real-time readings are then computed against the target and correction if any is done in real-time by adjusting the solenoid power. This results in constant and consistent travel comfort independent of load and oil temperature changes. The elevator parameters and adjustments can be made using any smartphone, laptop or tablet on site. No additional software needs to be installed on the smartphone or tablet as the SEV card itself hosts itself as a server offering a Wi-Fi connection for handshaking. Different security levels in the software allows access level protection at different levels. The onboard Wi-Fi host can be deactivated once the system is set up and ready to prevent any misuse. Since the travel is controlled through the electronic card, shorter travel time can be achieved with minimal heat generation and it also results in energy savings for the end user. Blain valves have been the first choice for hydraulic elevators all around the globe for over 5 decades. A major reason for the same has been the intelligent design which is user-friendly. All the adjustments are front-facing and clearly labeled. The valves can handle a wide range of pressure and flow and also leaves room for customization and modernization if required. The valves can be easily inspected during operation by inspection authorities. The solenoid coils that are 100% aired are available in different voltages for both AC and DC types. Along with the main products, the accessories are designed such that they can easily docked on the main product with minimal or no extra fixtures. The interchangeable spare parts are also readily available and can be ordered online. The valve configurator and necessary tools for calculation of elevator data can be easily done using the Blain website or through a smartphone app. Help is just a few finger taps away. In case of troubleshooting, help in the form of video instructions is readily available in the smartphone app or on the website. As indicated previously, the Blain rupture valve is a safety valve that brings the car to a smooth stop in the event of hosepipe failure of the main cylinder line or where the downspeed exceeds allowable limits. The design of the product allows it to be mounted in any position on the cylinder. That said, the product has clear markings on the ports marked as Z for cylinder side and T for tank or valve side. The sizes from 0.5 inches through 3 inches covers a big range of flow from 4 through 2100 liter per minute. The available options of different ports in combination with thread types, adapters and fittings hardly leaves anything uncovered. On request, special port and adapter combinations can be made to suit specific needs. For installations where multiple cylinders are used in an elevator, an option of double piston (DK) is available. Multiple rupture valves are interconnected using this port so that in the event of failure of any one connection line, All the rupture valves trigger simultaneously to maintain the balance of the cabin. Additional options like an electrical switch or extra lowering adjustment are also available should there be a need for the same. As a safety device, Blain rupture valves are certified in accordance to EN 81 and ASME safety directives, guaranteeing an absolute fail-safe product. The rupture valve is one of the most important yet most simple product in the complete elevator system. The simplistic maintenance-free design makes it a fix-it, forget-it product. On the operations side, it follows the pressure differential principle in which the safety valve reacts to excessive flow arising due to difference in pressure between the cylinder and the valve or tank port. In the event of pipe rupture, the connection between the rupture valve and the control valve is no more pressurized in comparison to the pressure between the rupture valve and the cylinder. Thus oil rushing though the inlet on the cylinder side pushes the piston up to close the passage, thereby preventing any more oil flow from the cylinder to the valve side. Adjusted by means of a simple screw on the top, turning it clockwise or inside allows the valve to be adjusted to handle higher flow and counter-clockwise to be triggered at less flow. The illustration gives an overview on how much flow can be regulated by turning one turn of the screw with respect to the size of the rupture valve. The trigger flow in return has to be derived by adding 0.3 meter per second or 59 feet per minute to the nominal elevator speed and calculating the flow at that speed. For further technical details, please refer to the information available on the Blain website and in the product catalog. The pressure lock valve, or more commonly referred to as the UCMA3 valve, has been a popular Blain product for decades before it was made a safety component with the A3 amendment in the EN 81 elevator code. The L10 valve is basically a solenoid-operated check valve installed with the purpose of allowing free flow of oil from the pump unit to the cylinder for upward travel and to prevent flow in the reverse direction from the cylinder to tank until an electrical signal is given to the solenoid. Thus, it acts as a redundant secondary check valve, adding an extra layer of safety in the event of unintended car movement happening in the down direction. A manual lowering for emergency rescue in the event of power failure is a standard option available on every L10. The slack rope valve for roped elevators is available as an optional feature. Customers also have a choice of ordering the L10 with an emergency lowering coil to which a battery power supply can be given in case of power failure. Since the product works independent of the main control valve, it can be also used together with any other make of control valve, giving the required flexibility. As a safety device, Blain UCMA3 valves are certified in accordance to EN 81 and ASME safety directives, guaranteeing an absolute fail-safe product. For further technical details, please refer to the information available on the Blain website and in the product catalog. The hand pump is a simple device that is used in emergency for pumping the hydraulic elevator upwards. In the event of a power failure or during emergency when the elevator cannot be brought down due to unavoidable reasons, the hand pump is used to manually push the elevator cabin upwards to the next floor level. The H11 is constructed for side mounting and can be docked onto any EV valve irrespective of the size or type. The H12 is a standalone version and can be fitted with a baseplate for separate application. The built-in pressure relief valve should be adjusted to prevent unintentional high pressure being applied to the system. A built-in manual valve for releasing pressure from the system is available as an option in the H12 variant. All Blain hand pumps have built-in check valve as standard option. Through each full suction stroke of the hand pump in the H11 and H12 models, around 13 cubic centimeter of oil volume can be pumped into the cylinder line. If the machine room of a hydraulic elevator is in a potentially explosive environment which has presence of explosive gases or traces of flammable chemical particles in the surrounding atmosphere, it becomes very risky to operate any electrical devices which could cause sparks in case of a malfunction. Generally, anything that can cause sparks or flames is strictly prohibited around gas stations, ordnance factories, chemical factories, oil and gas refineries, offshore oil platforms and ships, to name a few. Everything that operates in such environment has to be flame-proof or explosion-proof so as to not be the source of catastrophic explosion and fire. Such equipment has to be tested and certified as per stringent standards laid down by the industry. Hydraulic elevators are no exception if they are installed in such a location. Since the flow control valve has electrically operated coils, Blain offers explosion-proof solenoid valve which is certified in T4 class to operate risk-free. The normal solenoid valve and coil on the valve is replaced by the MEX explosion-proof coil which is certified as per ATEX standards. This provides adequate protection against high temperature and humidity due to special coating and silicon rubber compound used for the terminals. The temperature and viscosity of hydraulic oil is very important for hydraulic elevators as it can affect the ride characteristics. In places where the temperature is low, the viscosity of the oil increases, which is undesirable. This can be avoided by using tank heaters which help to maintain the temperature of the oil and thereby maintaining a constant viscosity of the oil. The heater senses the change in temperature of the oil by means of thermostat at 20 degrees Celsius and begins to heat the oil till it reaches a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, after which it switches off. This ensures that the working temperature of the oil is maintained for ideal operation of the elevator. The heater is also compatible to work with an external thermostat for triggering the operation. The cable is protected over the submerged length by an oil-resistant hose which prevents any damage being caused to it. The heater doesn't require any additional fixture for installation since the heater comes equipped with powerful magnets which allow it to be placed at the bottom of the tank without any difficulty. These magnets also attract impurities in the form of tiny metal particles which may otherwise cause damage to the pump and other devices. Rupture valves are an integral part of any hydraulic elevator since it provides protection against free fall of the elevator in the event of hosepipe failure. The manual HX or solenoid-operated MX down valve is used to check the operational functionality of the rupture valve. The down valve has an adjustable down speed which is used to overspeed the main control valve in the down direction, resulting in the triggering of the rupture valve. It works as a testing device for the rupture valve. The down valve is also used for emergency manual lowering. The solenoid-operated down valve offers the lift installer during revision or inspection travel of the lift. The solenoid-operated down valve, in addition to the control valve down speed, can also adjust the acceleration and deceleration in the down travel, thereby assisting the control valve in achieving exact floor stops. Blain Hydraulics manufactures high-quality ball valves which can be easily integrated with the Blain products. There is no need of extra adapters or fixtures to mount it on the valve block, which prevents any kind of leakage. The ball valves are available in different sizes ranging from 0.5 inches to 2.5 inches. It is available in different thread combinations such as BSP and NPT, and it also comes with the option of having swivel nuts for easy connections. The body of ball valve is made of aluminium, which is non-ferrous and hence naturally immune to corrosion. It provides 100% closure at high pressures and requires minimal effort to operate. The ball valve serves as an important accessory during servicing and maintenance of hydraulic elevator, as it helps to isolate the hydraulic cylinder and the hydraulic power pack. Without the ball valve, car would have to be lowered on the buffer and flow lines would have to be made pressure-free. It also acts as an emergency safety valve which closes the oil flow from the control valve to the cylinder. The micro-leveling drive consists of a small external motor, a gear pump and a valve configuration which is mounted on the power pack as an auxiliary drive to the elevator. As the name suggests, micro-leveling drive is used to achieve exact floor level stops and for re-leveling operations. In case of leveling problems, when the car stops a few units below the floor level, the micro-leveling drive supplies a small amount of oil through the primary control valve which helps to raise the car to the exact floor level. It is a small power unit which operates on very low power and is quiet in operation. This is important in places where noise is disturbing and undesirable. Although the micro-leveling drive uses the oil from the main power unit, it functions independently and can be used to move the car slowly for inspection, installation and emergency purposes. The Blain GV valve is used for car parking application where hydraulic stackers and elevator card parking. The GV valve operates in a wide pressure range from 3 to 130 bars and flow range from 1 to 24 liters per minute. This range makes it suitable for not only car parking applications but also for goods lift, dumbwaiters, hydraulic stackers and lifting platforms. The GV valve offers one speed in both, up and down direction with an adjustable down speed. The car can travel up to 0.16 meters per second in up and down direction. Although very compact, the GV valve also has an integrated check valve, ball valve, pressure relief valve and emergency manual lowering valve. This provides all the functionality needed for safe operations of the hydraulic elevator without the need to add on additional modules. As a backup for any electrical emergency lowering during power failure, an optional emergency lowering coil can be used. The flow control valve needs to compensate for changes in pressure and load seamlessly without much change in the ride comfort of the elevator. An increase in load will increase the pressure of the system, which will have considerable effect on the down speed of the elevator. To minimize this change in down speed, pressure compensation flow guides are used. Ideally, the ratio of minimum working pressure to the maximum working pressure of the system should be within 1:2.5, for which standard flow guides are used. However, when the ratio exceeds 1:2.5, pressure compensation flow guides should be used. The pressure compensation flow guides are most effective as long as the maximum pressure of the system remains below 50 bars. The standard flow guides and pressure compensation flow guides can be interchanged and thus eliminates the need to change the entire valve block. For any hydraulic elevator, it is important to have a system in place which can detect overloading of the elevator, so as to prevent damage to the valve block as well as associated components such as pumps and motors. Blain valves have integrated pressure relief valves which allows the threshold pressure to be adjusted so as to bypass the oil back to the tank and protect the complete system from getting pressurized beyond the threshold adjustment. The pressure relief valve is usually set to 1.4 times the maximum working pressure of the system. There are two variants of the pressure relief valve. The standard pressure relief valve uses a helical spring and can be adjusted up to 100 bars. The high-pressure relief valve uses Belleville washers and can be adjusted up to 150 bars. The pressure relief valve is set by closing the ball valve and then operating the pump. With the pump running, unscrew the lock nut present on the pressure relief valve, turn the adjustment clockwise to increase the relief pressure setting and counter-clockwise to adjust a lower relief pressure. Once the desired setting is achieved, screw in the lock nut in place. The unique singular design of the Blain valve and integration of different systems into the main unit results in very few oil seals that are needed. This simplifies the maintenance and service work greatly. Only a handful of oil seals are needed to be replaced if worn out due to contamination over a period of time. Usually, if contamination present in the system is within the allowable limits, oil seals can work for years and years without the need of any replacements. The long-lasting contamination-resistant oil seals are hard enough to resist wear and tear and keep the valve operational in challenging conditions. The oil seal kits come with an oil seal template which has an explosion diagram of the valve block along with seal diagram drawn in 1:1 scale. This makes it easier to identify the position and type of the oil seal to be replaced during servicing and maintenance. The diagram highlights the sequence in which oil seals should be changed so as to help anyone who may not be aware of Blain valve design complete the task without mistakes in the least amount of time. Power outage can result in people getting stuck inside the elevator until rescued by emergency services or elevator technicians, both of whom may not be immediately available depending on the situation. Apart from the emergency manual lowering which is present on the Blain flow control valves, there is an alternative and automatic solution to lower the cabin electrically. The emergency end power coil can be actuated by providing an emergency 12-volt DC or 24-volt DC power supply through an external source such as a battery. Most standard lift controllers are pre-programmed to handle such situations. This enables the car to be lowered automatically in case of primary power supply disruption, rescuing the passengers without any human intervention. Blain Hydraulics believes in manufacturing products which can be easily adopted and deployed by customers globally. A wide variety of solenoid coils with varying voltage and current available in both AC and DC options allows the customer to cater to all requirements without the need of customizing lift controller or adding extra transformers or inverters. This is a cost-saving advantage for the customer who can easily select from the wide variety of different voltages and connecting cable lengths suiting their needs. We hope the webinar would have given you some important insights into Blain products, its capabilities and availability of different options. Please do not hesitate to contact us should you have any questions or need further clarifications on our products. We thank you for your time and interest in Blain Hydraulics. If you liked this webcast, please do not forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel.